Hey, Todd.
Hey, Mikey O.
How are you?
I am unbelievable, my friend. How about you?
Great 4th of July, man. Fantastic time with family. And so thanks for asking. How about
Family
you?
and the family and hot dogs.
What did we do? Italian sandwiches.
Very nice. Very nice.
Anyway, we're getting right here down to the countdown.
We are getting ready to count this bad boy down. Ready? 10,
10,
9,
9,
8,
8, 7, 6,
6,
5, 4,
4.
3, 2, 1. Yeah.
All righty. So it is official. It is our corporate update call. Obviously, it is not our normal night. We are doing this tonight, Tuesday night, instead of our normal Monday night, because in the United States, we were celebrating the birth of our country, the birth of the USA. We celebrated the 4th of July yesterday, so we did not have the call. But I do want to give a few words about the 4th of July and the Declaration of Independence, because obviously this has had ramifications all around the globe. There's been no country that's been a bigger champion of freedom and those kinds of things than America. And so obviously when America was born, 56 gentlemen signed this document called the Declaration of Independence. And they signed it on July the 4th, 1776. But the question was, who were these 56 people? And understand that these 56 people who signed this document, they were committing treason when they signed the document. In fact, they would have been hung publicly if things had not turned out the way they turned out. And sometimes there's this perception of, well, they were a bunch of really old guys that they didn't have much to lose anyway. But actually, just the opposite was true. Only Ben Franklin was the really old guy. 18 of them were under the age of 40. 3 were in their 20s. Of the 56, half, 24, were judges and lawyers. 11 were merchants. 9 were landowners and farmers. And the remaining 12 were doctors, ministers, and politicians. And with only a few exceptions, such as Sam Adams of Massachusetts, right? They all had, considerable wealth. They all had families, except for 2. And so these were men who had a lot more to lose than they had to gain. And yet they signed this declaration. Obviously, I gave birth to our country. Again, I understand we're an international audience here, but the U.S. has the largest economy in the world, and we've been a bastion for freedom and democracy. And we're not perfect, right? I mean, our country has issues too, but it's certainly been a pretty good thing that these 56 men laid it on the line and sacrificed so much. They took such a huge risk. But understand that everything in life requires sacrifice. You have to learn that you have to give up to go up. Again, you have to give up to go up. It's one of the lessons you can learn from our founders and what they did. And so, again, obviously, we celebrated that day yesterday, Mike. It was pretty incredible. But I think that you'll learn that as you become a leader, what you want becomes less important than focusing on what other people want. And that's the mark of a true leader. A true leader is the person who's focused on what's best for everybody else, not necessarily what's best for themselves. And when you give up that right, you become an incredible leader. And obviously you can do incredible things whether you're giving birth to the USA or like Mr. David Hart did when he gave birth to our incredible company here, Trevorium, which is changing lives all around the world. So with that, welcome to our corporate update call. Happy 4th of July. And as we do every week, we want to focus on all of you who've gone out there and taken the correct action steps. You are rank advancing. We want to honor you, pay homage to you, and obviously, demonstrate to everybody else that, hey, these people did it. You can do it too. And we have people that are winning every single week, every single month. And so without any further ado, we have our master of ceremonies here, Mr. Mike Oliver, a guy who was there at the signing of the Declaration of Independence. And so without any further ado, Mike, I turn it over to you, my friend.
I knew that was coming. I just knew it. Oh my God.
Okay, I lied. You weren't there. You weren't there, but you knew the people who were.
Hey, I got to tell you, I was there with my dear friend John Adams when he wrote his wife on the 3rd. It was kind of interesting. I was sharing this with my family yesterday, Todd, and I know Mr. Hart's there listening too. But I was sharing with my family that on the 3rd, I think it was he was sharing with Abigail Adams. He was sharing that they would be signing the document the following day, and he was positive that the signing of this document would be celebrated for generations and generations to come with the shooting of cannons, illuminations, dancing, sporting events. And all of that came true because today, it is still the greatest. We're the only country that has a document like that. And I think the older I get, the more I appreciate it. especially since I was there when it was signed. And so welcome everyone to our Trevorium weekly update. We're so glad that you joined us. And what we're going to do is, like Todd says, we're going to celebrate our most current or most recent rank advancements. Now, what I did is I compiled a summary for the month of June, since tonight is, the first week of July. What I did is I counted everybody, the new directors. We had 103 new directors in June. Now, if you're brand new to Trevorium, first of all, we want to welcome you, and we want to celebrate the decision you made to join Trevorium. And we know that you're going to have a great future here. What a director is, one that went out and found 3 people to join him or her in business, or to take advantage of our great travel product, and they bought the product. So 3 people either bought the product, or 3 people joined you in your business, and you had a dream and you wanted to accomplish more out of life, and so you joined Trevorium. Once you found 3 that are just like you, that had a dream, wanted to start their own business, you are now a director, and you're making the same amount now that is your business expense each month. So you're breaking even now each month. So congratulations. And again, in June, we had 103. In July, we're getting started here with a good, week. We've got 8 here in just a couple days here. So congratulations to you. And then after the director level, we have what's called a 1-star director. Now, a 1-star director is making between $400 to $700 a month, depending if they're taking advantage of all the new or all the bonuses that are available at the 1-star director level. We had 14 new 1-star directors in June, and we're getting off to a good start. Just the last couple of days we've had in July here, we've had a couple new 1-star directors. So you're at this level again, you're making between $7,000 to $8,500 a year. And even at this very beginning level, you just got a few people in your group, maybe like about 15 in a couple different legs, and that's it. And you're making already $8,500 potentially a year. So congratulations to Veraline Blatt and Anna Jimenez on becoming new 1-star directors. Now, again, the next level on the ladder of success here at Trevorium is what's called a 2-star director. We had 4 new 2-star directors in June, and at this here level here, you're making between $24,000 to $34,000 a year. Okay, maybe $2,000 to $3,000 a month, and you're going to be awarded a beautiful 2-star director custom-made ring designed by our CEO and founder, Mr. David Hart. It is a beautiful ring, becomes a great recruiting tool also. So we had 4 new 2-stars in June, and we already have a new one here just in these last couple days. Miss Lori Szilard. Congratulations, Lori, and welcome to the 2-star director level. The next level, and now we don't have any new 3-stars, but we had in the month of June, we had 3 new 3-star directors. We had Lydia Martin, Bill Fox, and Mel and Kendra Keys. And so congratulations again to our new 3-star directors in the month of June. And I'm sure we'll have some here in July. And let me see, what else do we have? The 3-star level, you're making between $30,000 to $40,000 a year in residual income. You could potentially be making 2 to 3 times that amount if you take advantage of the bonuses and build with our new travel trader product. Okay. And so if you're building with that product, which a lot of people are beginning to do now, your ability to make 2 to 3 times that 30 to 40 a year is very, very possible. You're also being awarded a $300 lifestyle bonus to use in any way you like, maybe to build your business, maybe to go out and lease a car, maybe to put it down on your house payment. But anyway, so there's some added bonuses there at the 3-star level. And then we had a new 4-star director, of course, in June, and that was Tammy and Ryan Vanderpool. And at that level there at the 4-star, you're making between $50,000 to $60,000 in residual income. You're not even an ambassador yet. You're making $50,000 to $60,000 in residual. And again, the ability with our new travel trader product is there to double or even triple that income. And at this level here, we pay a $400 lifestyle bonus. And so congratulations again, Ryan. We know you'll be an ambassador soon. And so And then we had, oh yes, we had a very special one in June. We had a 2-star ambassador in June. And now you're making 6 figures, okay? And it's just an unbelievable lifestyle, a lifestyle second to none. And so that was Arlie Walheim. And I think Todd or Mr. Hart, wasn't this her first time involvement in network marketing, I think. And she just went after it, and she just stayed, steady Eddie, her head down, working hard. And her husband just killed it, man, here in just a couple of years, I think it was. They made it to the 2-star ambassador level. So congratulations again, Arlie. We are proud of you. And so that was our month of June summary. And we know there's going to be some exciting stories here in the month of July also. So congratulations to all of you. And we're looking forward to seeing what happens here in the month of July. So I am going to go ahead and turn it back to you, Todd. And thanks for being there. Thanks for leading the call. And I'm glad Mr. Hart's here to share some. I know he's going to be sharing some great things tonight too. So anyway.
Yeah, but we have a huge announcement tonight. So we're going to take it to our CM founder next. But I just want to comment that, Mike, when you go through the list and you do the summary of people and how much, in summer, other networking companies are, summertime is kind of a slow time for a lot of companies. And in the month of June, a month when a lot of other companies are just kind of shutting down, not much happening, right? We got people that are going 3-star, 4-star, 1-star ambassador. Absolutely incredible. We've got Miss Catherine Brown on with us tonight, one of our brand new 2-stars. We're going to have come on here after we have Mr. Hart give us some of the news and updates and announcements. But absolutely incredible. And of course, when you see all of these people winning, just know that every one of them had a day one. Every one of them, or not everyone, but a lot of them, they were maybe nervous to, what do I say? What do I do? What are people going to think? They had all those same kind of things, that emotional roller coaster that we can go through as an entrepreneur. No one's exempt from that. Not Mike, not me, not Daryl and Maria. not even Mr. David Hart, who started this company and founded it in the midst of a lot of, things that were happening in his life. He had his 2 twin boys had been born. There was all kinds of medical issues going on. And yet he gave birth to this company, which is now spread to 63, 64 countries in the midst of all kinds of tons of adversity. And he continued to have adversity, but he just stayed consistent, persistent, had a vision for what he wanted to do. The law of sacrifice, right? That you can't go up without giving up, right? And he sacrificed the sacrifice. But then today we are all reaping the rewards of where we're at. And you're going to learn that our company's about to get a whole lot better based on what he's going to announce tonight. New tools, new this, new that. I don't want to steal his thunder, but it's incredible to see what's happened so far. And I think that he's demonstrated that the best is yet to come. So without any further ado, Mr. David Hart, happy 4th of July to you. And obviously, I kind of do the analogy between the birth of our country and the birth of this company, but both had to go through tumultuous beginnings. But obviously the blessings for countless people around the world have been felt by both.
Absolutely, Todd, and happy, July 4th is one of my most favorite holidays of the year, celebrating our country. I'm a patriot. I believe in this country and for what it stands for. And we live in one of the greatest countries in the world that allows people the freedoms and the right to be entrepreneurs and chase and build your dreams and desires. And a lot of countries don't have the same opportunities that we have here in the United States. And there are a lot of countries that have opportunity, but I truly believe that we live in a phenomenal country in terms of the land of milk and honey, if you want to call it that. As I get started, I just want to confirm that you guys are seeing the one slide on the screen right now.
Yes.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, perfect. So I just wanted to share again and reiterate my testimony here in the last 40 days. My family, by using our travel membership, saved over $7,000. We saved $1,300 on a business trip in Madrid, and over $6,000 in 3 weeks of getaways. And we could travel, and as a family, we could use full-time travel agent connections with multiple hotels and loyalty programs through all the different hotels, and we could travel virtually anywhere, and we choose to use our getaway platform. And we spent 3 weeks in Cabo San Lucas, and Got to relax, have a great time, get some sun, play a little golf. Beautiful thing is, you, because of technology, you still get to spend time working and being in touch with the corporate office. But one of the things that I noticed that our corporate staff, as I was away on a vacation, they don't miss a beat. I mean, they just completely run the company and deliver and fulfill all the needs to service you guys out in the field. And that is a good sign in terms of the maturity of our corporate staff and what they do and how they service you and your team as you continue to build your team. So you guys are in good hands with our corporate staff and our ability to deliver on our services, our products, and our commissions, and provide good customer service that we do. So that's a good thing. Well, listen, I just wanted to announce, it's been up in the back office for a couple of days, is the July promotion here that we're running. And we're going to be, anytime you recruit a person, a member, whether it's the silver membership, the basic membership, the titanium membership, or the platinum membership, you're going to be entered into a raffle to earn 1,500 travel points. And those 1,500 travel points are enough for you to go buy down and go on a world tour or a getaway of your choice. And some of those getaways, you could go on there for free. We're also running a promotion again for the top recruiters promotion. The overall recruiter is going to receive $500. Plus, the overall recruiter will have won their category that they're in and receive another $500. So the top recruiter is going to receive $1,000. But with that said, first, second, and third place, first place 500, second place 250, third place 125. And so we're going to have ambassadors are in their own category, partners and directors are in another category, competing against themselves. 1-star and 2-star directors are in another category, competing against themselves. And actually, it's 3- and 4-star directors are in another category. So all these different categories will, you're going to be competing with somebody at your rank as you go out and recruit and build your team. So we're excited about this bonus. I know that it's one of the best ways to use this bonus is, number one, go out and get some of that money. You know, go out and set the example for your team to follow. And that's the second way to use it too. Go out and set the example for your team to follow. Number 3 would be to use this promotion as an opportunity to get your team to plug in and be part of it. Help them go out and get a piece of this bonus. Help them go out and get entered in the raffle so that they have a chance to win a free vacation. So, or a great deal on a vacation with the 1,500 travel points. So I want to encourage you guys to do that. I was thinking earlier today, what are some of the things that I've done in the past? Because as many of you guys know, I've been in the CEO and running the corporate staff for 10 years, but the first, 2 or 3 years, 4 years of the business, I was out recruiting and building the team and put a few hundred people in personal recruits into the company to help solidify the business. But I've also had a background where I've spent, a decade building downlines. And I was going back through, like, what are the things that have helped me as I created an organization find success in the business? And, number one, read 15 to 30 minutes daily, or watch a YouTube video. You can go see Jim Rome YouTube's videos. Right now I'm going through Darren Hardy videos. There's podcasts that you can plug into. There's all kinds of ways for you to improve your mind, validate process, to style or to communicate, just to have the upbeat, right attitude. I think a lot of times we need to constantly have our mindset recondition, our attitude recondition, even me, so that, I'm in the right place all the time. Number 2, attend Zooms like this meeting. And I'm a big component of don't watch it on Facebook. I know that we've got a bunch of people watching it on Facebook right now. This is not a knock on you guys at all, but I believe that if you make the commitment to be on it live, then and you get your team to be committed to be on it live, and you put it in your calendar, you'll be that much more focused on the Zoom. And you put this as the priority first, and you're there listening, focused, with no distractions on the side. You've got your notepad and pen, your paper right there, and you're taking notes on key points that you hear in the business that you can use later on. You know, attending the Zoom, going to events, going to meetings like the one we're going to have here in another 2 weeks. These are all things that you need to do if you want to be successful in the business. And listen, I sit at the top of the network. I wouldn't tell you guys something if it wasn't so. There's no benefit for me to promote or direct anybody in the company to do anything that's not going to build the overall organization. So, you know, if I'm saying it, I'm saying it for a reason. Last Saturday, I got a chance to listen into the training call, and I was a guest on that call on the Zoom, took notes, just listening to the leaders talk, and great information. And I was there on the call in the background taking notes. If I'm there in the background taking notes, you know what? You can be there in the background taking notes on that call. If you truly desire to want to win in Trevorium, and you truly desire want to grow an organization, these are the things that you have to do to be successful. You know, the other core step or core principle is to share our business. You have to be able to share our business with people. And there's so many different avenues or venues to share our business. Invite people to the Zooms, send text messages, send them videos, call them up, bump into them at the grocery store, meet them at a timeshare presentation, prospect the timeshare presenter at the presentation. I mean, there's all different ways. You could be at a pool and having a conversation with an almond farmer about just being a nice guy and how great of an example he is to his wife, and have that turn into a conversation. You can pick up the phone and call somebody you haven't talked to in years and say, hey, you know what? I just was thinking about you. And what are you up to these days? There's so many different approaches that you can use to share the business, and they all work, because one of the key things I know is that you can't say the wrong thing to the right person. When your information that you share this business with falls on the right person, meaning somebody that's looking and they're open, guess what? They're going to receive what you have to say. But if you do not open your mouth, or you do not take those action steps to share the business, you cannot grow your business. So I want to encourage you guys to share the business and the opportunity. And for some people, they have a fear factor in sharing our business and talking to people about Trevorium. And sometimes when people get started, they're overcoming that fear of talking to people. And I want you to know that when I first started in the industry of network marketing 30 plus years ago, I had a challenge at the beginning, just talking to people and sharing the business. I had to overcome to become. But you know what drove me was I feared more if I didn't do the action steps and what I would not produce. So I decided to, even though I was scared or nervous, to do those action steps and talk to people and go on faith when I shared the business, and just see where it brought me. We all find here in our Trevorium business. You know, Mike was talking about Lily. She's a 2-star ambassador in our company, and she will be a 3-star ambassador in our company within a year. That's her declaration, was her declaration to me the other day, and I believe her. She has no experience in sales or network marketing before Trevorium. And, she does have a husband, great guy, but he's focused on another business, and she's taken the lead and running her Trevorian business. So if she can do it, trust me, you can do it too. She just decided that her dreams and her desires and her aspirations to give her family more were more important than the fear that she had to go out and share the business. So I just want to encourage you guys to do that. The number 4 core principle that you must do in our company, which will build your belief level, is to become a product of the product. What does that mean? Well, it means that, gosh darn it, you're going to have to go travel. And I love it how Daryl Roberts puts it. He always says, hey man, what's the worst thing that can happen? You're going to be able to go travel somewhere. If you fail miserably in our business, you're the worst case scenario is you get to go travel, because you have all these travel points and these great deals available to you on our travel site. The other thing is really important, is to be teachable. The next core principle, number 5, is to be teachable. And to be teachable and coachable is, for a lot of people, to struggle with that. But I'm here to tell you that that's one of the greatest strengths in our company, is that you don't have to reinvent the wheel. You can plug into successful leaders that have put in the time, the energy, and the effort, and they've created success. And if I know this, that if you duplicate and do what they do, you will have the same success that they do. And what happens is when you become teachable, it shortens your time frame of where you want to go. And all of you guys should want to become an ambassador in our company and earn a six-figure residual income and all the different advantages to better your life that happens at the ambassador level. That should be the goal. The goal should not be 2-star director or 3-star director. It should be my first goal. And you can do this in 2 to 5 years. Some of you can do it in a year. Is to get to that ambassador level in our company. That should be the first step of your goal. And then as you do that, you create leaders below you in both of your legs. And then they want to do what you've done. And then that example will continue to move you on through our compensation plan. But I believe that the key thing that you can do is to be teachable, and let the ego down, and allow other people to help you go where you need to go. And here's the other thing too, is that I've always been taught, hey, I need to find somebody in my upline. My upline is somebody that is in my hierarchy, that has a financial interest in my success that I can relate to. And then you need to work with that person to help build your business. And when you do that, understand that if you're brand new in the business or you've been in for a while, it's not your upline's responsibility to build the relationship with you, because they have many, many people that they're mentoring, that they're coaching, they're doing Zooms for, and they have a life. But what you're supposed to do is reach out and build the relationship with them. And as you do that, and they see that you're serious about the business, then they know that they're going to invest their time and energy in you because you're serious about the business. So make sure that you follow that little rule, and you want to teach that rule within your organization as you build it. Why do you want to do that? Because that allows you to become more duplicatable, and it allows you to free up the time and work with the people that are producing. Because somebody that's producing is somebody that says, hey, I'm going to call my clients that are, I'm calling, Daryl Roberts. I want to work with Daryl Roberts in the business. He needs to know who I am. And I promise you, your ambassadors, if you're reaching out to them and you're working with them, they will reciprocate and they will want to work with you as long as you're serious about the business. And that kind of goes along with the next core principle is to be accountable. And being accountable is important. And one of the ways that you can be accountable is to be live on the Zooms. I've been preaching this for a while over the last, call it, couple of months, because technology has made it in a way or a fashion that says, hey, I can get to it later. You know, I can watch it on the Facebook replay. I can get the notes from my sponsor. Maybe I'll catch it, maybe I won't. Well, guess what? If you have that attitude, I'm of the belief, and I've got a pretty big background in having success in business, that if you're not accountable, who are you kidding? You're not going to have the results, and you're not going to build a business. So one of the ways to be accountable is to, you know, be live, be active, let your team know that you're live and active, let your sponsor know that you're live and active, and then teach that within your organization. When you have a team of people that are all accountable, guess what happens? They go places. And it's important to create this type of culture in your organization. If your upline is not doing it, then you need to be the leader and do it. What are some of the ways that you can be accountable? You could be text messaging your team and saying, hey, I'm going to be on the Trevorium corporate update call tonight. I just wanted to remind you, and I want to encourage you to be on it live and to reach out to your team members to be on it live. I'm going to be on the Saturday training live. You'll see my name there live on the Zoom. You know what? Let's teach our team to be accountable and be on that training call live. And so that we know that our team is focused. And then what that tells your upline too is that, hey, that's who they need to work with, because they you know, your upline can see who's active. They'll be able to notice you. So all these things are very important. If you want to create the right culture of a team that's working and building for one common goal, and that goal should be, hey, we should all be focused on going ambassador, then you got to be accountable. It's got to be on your calendar. You got to be focused, and you have to send a message to not only your upline, but to your downline that you're committed. You're committed to your success. And I think that through COVID and through technology, I think our industry, we've gotten a little lazy in terms of that accountability and that credibility and that focus to fully engage in our business. So I want to encourage you guys as leaders, if you want to create a winning culture and you want to create a team that's moving and going places, you know, you got to be accountable. And that is key. And that goes along with number 7. We talked about it earlier, and I kind of shared different examples as I went through the core principles of success, but plug into your upline leaders, and let your team know that you're plugged into your upline leaders. And if you'll do those things, you're going to find success in our business, no question about it. And creating the right culture and the right attitude within your team is going to be very important for you to go to the next level. So as we talk about going to the next level, you know, there's still time for you guys to buy those Ignite Your Business conference tickets and be at, it includes lunch. It's from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. It's an investment in yourself. I believe you're going to learn from the best people in the industry. I think we have the best leadership in all the industry in our company. You get to be upfront and personable and with the different leaders and get to meet them. Guys, there's something magical about this, being in front of the leaders and being there and really reading body language along with their tonality and seeing them live and then taking notes. It's a big part. It's like you get the whole enchilada, if you want to call it that, when you're there at the event. So I want to encourage you to do that. And get your team there. That's how you're going to create duplication. And then finally, we were going to run a special promotion at that event for the people that show up to the event. You know what? We are not sold. I think I think our team, our travel team, was working on getting a few more rooms um, for people if they wanted to make the investment and go to the world tour. You can email worldtours@trevorian.com, worldtours@trevorian.com, and request a room up until Friday, I believe. It's closed, but I think that they are pushing to get more rooms added, so there could be an opportunity that you could use your world tour, go on a world tour here to this. It would be a great investment. So it's $399 at the platinum level. 4 nights, 5 days, breakfast included, 2 event tickets. The event tickets are $125 a piece. So what are you really paying for that event? Of course, it would be all tax write-off and deductible. Coming soon. All right. We have new marketing videos. I think, and Todd Strand, he helps write all the scripts and does a phenomenal job and on the videos, and then we bounce it off our team and get some feedback. We have 3. We're in the process of working on 3 different video clips that are less than 2 minutes long, or about 2 minutes long, for you guys to use out in the field. I want to give a shout out to Daryl and Maria Roberts and the video that they just produced with that news clip comparing travel sites, and they just did a phenomenal job. I think Maria could be a voiceover, a professional voiceover. They do such a great job together as a team, and I just want to give you guys kudos to what you have done with that video and produce that for your group. So we have an enhanced travel site. Tonight, I'm going to give you a little sneak peek of that travel site and talk about that. It's coming, it's completed and done, and we're going to be launching it here in August. The Silver membership is our, really, it's our travel site. And most of our competition in the travel space, especially in the MLM space, this is all they give. And they charge way more than what we charge at $49.95 for the Silver membership. It's going to replace the basic membership. Anybody that's on the basic membership will be able to maintain that service. We're just going to discontinue that service. And we're going to provide the Silver membership. And it's also going to carry 35 BV. And so what that means is that if you have 3 Silver memberships, that you have enough in CSV, customer sales volume, to start earning daily pay on the Silver membership. So we're excited. That's going to launch here. I think it's about a week away before we launch that. I've been talking about getaways and having more inventory in our getaways. We have what's called a premium variable fee that's coming into our software system, and a lot of premium weeks at a lot of different resorts. There's no dollar nights in there, but you're still going to be able to receive anywhere from 70 to 80% off. There's some phenomenal deals within that platform. We're going to be providing that feed into our current getaway platform. So we're going to be adding even more inventory in the getaways. We've had a lot of people request, going on getaways. We know that that's a big part of our business and the manner that we do it. So we hear you out there, and we're about to make that jump and have those feeds come in. A lot of people ask, when are they coming? Well, let me put it this way. So we're waiting, we're in the queue with our software developers to put that feed into our platform. And then we have to run some testing on it. So very soon, I don't have a date. I do have an internal date, but I don't have a date that I'm comfortable sharing with you, because I'm not the guy that actually writes the software. I've learned over the years to allow our team to do what they need to do, make sure the bugs are out. But as soon as it's ready, we will definitely put an email out to let you guys know. But we're very close to getting that. You guys know a few months ago, it became $99, and then we continued to run it at $49.95. Well, we decided in the month of July we're going to continue that. that promotion and that special to allow people to have their own platform and run a company, a business for $49.95 a year. So you want to take advantage of that in the month of July. Make sure that you share that with your prospects and your team. All right, I'm going to just give you 3 different examples here of our new premium fee that's coming into our Getaway platform. And here is a 4-star hotel, 3-bedroom suite. So 3-bedroom suite. You could have 10 to 12 people in this into this place right outside of Disney World. Bookings.com has it priced at $1,726. Our price after travel points is $172. That's over a $1,500 savings. And I posted this out on Facebook over the weekend and got all kinds of feedback and messaging. And hey, we're excited to be able to show you guys some of the value here that we're bringing. And one of the great things is that, hey, if you want to get your travel points for free, just go get 3 customers and then your travel points are free. Now, the other side I want to share with you guys about our travel membership is that it's not just travel points. It's not just getaways and world tours. Now, we're excited. That's what makes us unique. But there's a ton of value in just our travel membership. And remember, our competition, that's really all they do is just travel memberships. And they charge more than the $49.95 a month. So when you add that service along with travel points, the combination of both services within our membership, there's a ton of value within our platform. So here's another one, Branson, Missouri, a 2-bedroom suite, 4-star resort, retail price on Expedia, $2,008. Look at this place. It's like a cabin in the mountains here. It looks like, I mean, I'd go stay at that place all day long. And a platinum rate, $148 after points applied. So saving $1,860. So another example here. Here's another example in Cabo. We actually stayed right next to this hotel resort, right in the beach. And you can see on bookings.com, the $29.79 is the retail price. And it's a 4.5-star hotel and overlooks the arch. If you were looking over to the right side, on the other side of that, to the right of this picture that you see the famous Los Arcos Arch. And then right next to it is one of my favorite places to go to. It's the office. They got great food right there. And then right in front of this, to the right side of this hotel, is this place that Adele and I love to go to. It's Omega Massages. And for $90, you could actually, you go upstairs and they got the ocean view and the ocean breeze coming in. You can get a couples massage for 90 minutes for $90. And that's something that her and I like to do when we're down there. It's just so relaxing. But there's so many great things to do in Cabo. That's one of my favorite places to travel. You can go stay here for $249 after you apply your points. And so there's just 3 examples of great advantages to having our travel membership. And here's the new travel site that's coming, and I'm excited for this here. Let me see if I can do something here. I'm going to be able to. Where is it? There it is. Show you some of the enhancements that are coming. Desktop, Google Chrome. Here we go. All right, Todd, can you give me a confirmation you can see that on my screen?
Sure can.
Okay, so here is our new travel site that you guys are going to be able to, it's going to come up here live at the first of the year. And there's lots of different ways that you can filter to look for different properties. You can actually go out distance, you can filter price range. You could go from star ratings, guest ratings. So there's lots of different best ways to filter. You can filter best deals. You can do distance, lowest price, highest price. So it's just excited about that. Then you can, right here, we show the savings, and it's interesting. Some of these prices actually get better when you go into it, because we have what's called cached pricing on our travel site, because it's a variable fee and it changes all the time. And a lot of times the rates get better when you click in there. But this one right here, I'll just kind of show you. Let's see here. Let me go into it. I can pull this up. You guys can see my screen. Pick a date, any date. It's gonna populate. I think I had it timed out because I've been I opened it up at the beginning. So while that begins to populate, right now, what's it doing? It's looking through 13 different of our API feeds, and it's aggregating all the data to show you the different results in the hotels, which is an advantage, because we pull in different feeds that have the same hotels. When we aggregate all the hotels, we show the best possible rates. This one right here is 52% off a 5-star hotel. Guys, look at the enhanced rich feeds and the pictures that are coming into the platform. Let's see here. So then you click on the actual booking of the hotel, and you've got the full description, all the beautiful pictures. You've got a map that's going to tell you where you're centrally located, what you're close to. Right now, it's got the reviews. It's going to show you the different pricings that you have available. And it's definitely an upgrade. So it's compatible and competes with Expedia. So I wanted to be able to show you guys that and what's coming here in the very near future for you. So with that, I think that is my part of the presentation. Todd, I'll give it back to you.
Wow, absolutely incredible. The site looks amazing. Hold on real quick. Make sure my camera went off there. The site looks absolutely amazing. I mean, the pictures are just absolutely incredible. I love the whole new search feature, obviously having the new expanded getaway, just extra inventory. Some of the places we have there. I mean, I know that I talked to the group in Spain today. They were fired up. People were texting from what you showed us on Saturday. You expanded that today. I mean, that's just absolutely incredible. I mean, new tools coming, rank advancements, going into all of the different trainings we're doing this summer from obviously New Orleans, Paris. We're going to be in Madrid, and then obviously at Cancun at the end of all of that. By the way, I had someone that they're looking for tickets on the site. I'm not sure we still have the tickets up on the site. I went and looked myself and I couldn't find the ticket. So we might need to check with Cameron, make sure he didn't pull that down.
Yeah, I'll make sure that I'll make a note. I'll send an email here in the background once I jump off about that, to give people last minute opportunities to be able to get in, because I don't want anybody to miss this opportunity to be there and be a part of that.
Yeah, and one of the things I don't think we can probably stress enough is that, you know, this is going to be the biggest event we've done as a company since the pandemic. You know, right here in the United States, in New Orleans, it's a world tour. You don't have to come for the world tour. Sounds like, you know, they're opening up a few more rooms. If you want to come for the world tour, fantastic. Just again, email worldtours@travarium.com and see whether or not you can get a room. But even if you just come and get a Motel 6, right? Even if you just come and you sleep on the sidewalk, even if you come, there's 9 of you in a room, right? You're not going to be in the room anyway. The important thing is to be there at the event, because when you're there at the event, you're going to be there with the all-day training. You're going to be with the ambassadors. You're going to be with the 4 stars, the 3 stars, the 2 stars. You're going to get all the information. There's new things being unveiled. They got the promotion that the company's running, and you're going to find out that being at that event, you know, events are where big time decisions are made. Events are where people plant a flag and see what, man, now I see the vision. I'm going to go build this. So not everybody who comes to the event is going to go on to be an ambassador, but I promise you, there's no one that's going to be an ambassador who doesn't come to the event. And so, you know, one comes before the other. you have to be at the event. It is absolutely critical that you get there. We got, we're 2.5 weeks away. You can still book a plane ticket. You can still, get a Greyhound bus ticket. You can still buy a skateboard and get there. I mean, however you get there, it doesn't matter, right? It doesn't matter if you team up with some other people and, hey, let's kind of split the cost and all the other kind of stuff. All that matters is that you get there. And when you get your team there, you get your guests there. I mean, if I were you, I would invite someone to come with you. Say, look, I'm going to pick up your expenses. I want you to come with me. Would you give me a day if I could change your life? Would you give me a day if I could change your life? And you'll bring them to New Orleans. We're going to have good food.
I got to share with you. I know you're on a roll, but just what you said, it hit something. I was 23 years old, and I went to an event, an A.L. Williams event. That was the first network marketing company that I got involved in. And I went there with Cardell Taylor.
Sure.
And we shared a room. My wife and I shared a room with his wife and his kid. And then at the end, he brought in some other guy to come there. There was like, the guy was sleeping on the floor in a sleeping bag. And we were both in double beds. It was a one bathroom and, 3 women and 3 guys. It was just crazy. We were all young and, we had to scrape every dollar we could to buy the airline tickets. I hadn't flown before. It was crazy. Just reminded me of that event when you said that come with somebody, 9 people to a room. And, it made a huge impact as I look back in my life in terms of my history in network marketing, because it makes a difference.
Yeah, my first event was Opryland Hotel in Nashville, Tennessee. And there were 6 or 7 of us in the room. I slept on the floor. And so, yeah, I did the exact same thing. That was in 1993. And I never forget that event. I can tell you who spoke. I can tell you everything about that event. It had an impression on me. And it's obviously one of the reasons I'm here today. If I had not gone to that event, I probably would not be here today. I mean, obviously it's been a career. I'm 27 years later, but the past 27 years don't happen if I don't make the trip to that event. And that's what happens to so many people in our industry. They just don't show up. I mean, 80% of the battle, you say it all the time, Mr. Hart. I heard it from a speaker the other day, and I'm trying to remember who it was. It was in a completely different genre. And I'm trying to remember what they were talking about, but like 80% of it's just showing up. If you just show up on a regular, consistent basis, I know what it was. It was a few social media experts talking about the people think they have to have all of this like enlightened content. And the truth is that even if you kind of post sometimes what you take for granted, boring things, and you're posting on social media on a regular basis for people that are trying to do the attraction marketing. And she said 80% of it's just showing up and be consistent. And you just do it again and again and again. If you're just consistent, because most aren't, you start to win over an audience over time. So again, just show up. But I know we got some people on here. I want to get the Zoom to absolutely incredible, Mr. David Hart, the training, the announcements, your bullet points for how to succeed. And, the first person I want to bring on is our newest 2-star director. She's out of Chicago, Illinois. Can I get it? Go Bears right there. Get a little Bears promotion here. In case that's not enough, we'll get the hat on for the home city here, right? We got Miss Catherine Brown, newest 2-star director in the company. She ain't going to be 2-star long. She's going to be a 3-star before you know it. She's working with the great ambassador, Deborah Taylor, and some other great leaders. But Catherine, congratulations to you. I know we tried to get you last week and you were busy, but a happy 4th. Congratulations. Glad to have you on this week.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I am excited to share with everyone about this great adventure. Traveling is adventurous and fun. And while we're being adventurous, having fun, we can make a business out of it. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Catherine Brown, and I'm working with Coach Deborah Taylor under Team Legacy. And I've been a member of Trevorium for about 3.5 years so far. And I came on just because I wanted to travel, not to build a business. I like to travel. I like to have fun. I like to go places. I never heard a presentation. I just joined on the integrity of Deborah Taylor, because I had been knowing her for numbers of years. So I was one of those ones, what she calls sleep. I just put my credit card up and didn't do anything with it. And then the pandemic happened. Well, then during that pandemic, it's like we all were having cabin fever. It's like, I got to get out of here. And so I discovered all the great things I had due to Roria. And then I began to travel. And I tell you, I was already posting pictures when I did travel previously, but I really started posting pictures because it's just as Mr. Hart said and what Todd Strad said, that these are 4 and 5 star places, and they are just incredible, incredible. So yes, I had a little apprehensions, but once I got to see it firsthand, I'm very talkative now. People are calling me just based on my pictures, asking, is this really happening? Is it really as it's indicated? And yes, it is. So yes, I was a little apprehensive in sharing it, but once I saw it with my own eyes and started experiencing it, it's a light thing. This is a light thing. I heard someone say that what's the worst thing that can happen? You'll just travel and have fun at it.
Absolutely. Gerald Roberts says that all the time. He ends all of his presentations, your absolute worst case scenario, right? You're going to go on some incredible vacations. And, Catherine, I absolutely love your story because, number one, obviously it goes to show that, hey, if you're a person of integrity like Deborah Taylor is, that was part of the reason you got signed up. But the fact that you've been here 3.5 years, Danny Segmanol was here for a year as a customer before he ever got going. And it's an important lesson because I know there's some of you out there, you're trying to build a business and maybe you got a couple of people in and it's just not taken off yet. It just hasn't, oh my gosh, here are the people succeeding, but I'm not. But I can tell you that there's a guy by the name of Dexter Yeager. He's considered the GOAT of our industry. He built an organization, Catherine, that did $2 billion per year in sales, but it took him 5 years to even go full-time in the business. His sponsor quit thinking, hey, Dex, you've been doing it for 3 years. It hasn't happened. This thing isn't working. And so he quit. He didn't have Deborah to say, no, you got to stick and stay to get your pay. She wasn't around back then to tell him that, right? So he quits and he's above a $2 billion per year organization, cost his family millions of dollars because he quit. And people don't realize that, man, sometimes it takes a while for someone to kind of figure out what they got and then go on some trips and then post it and then get excited and then have that start to maturate. And you're going through that process. And I love the stories of when people do it quickly, but I also love the stories when people, they just, hey, I was here and didn't quite know what I had. And then the pandemic, and I'm like, oh my gosh, this is incredible. And I just think it resonates with so many people, but we got Deborah on the screen. And so Ambassador Deborah Taylor, every time I turn around, we're recognizing people that are working with Coach D and getting the training and succeeding. So I want to turn this over to you for some of your thoughts, not only about Catherine and what she's doing, but also everything that Mr. David Hart shared tonight.
Well, I want Catherine to come back on the screen. Catherine is a friend of mine, a very dear friend of mine. And Catherine never saw a presentation. She never saw one. She just called me out of the blue. And she asked me she just said, what should I join? I said, well, I'm a platinum. She said, I'm a platinum too. She said, I blow $125 on a good meal in Chicago on a Sunday. So I might as well invest it. And then she said, COVID came and that money built up. But what happened was when we came out of COVID, her birthday and my birthday are 3 days apart. And at that time I had lost my husband and she knew I was going to end up getting able to go to Jamaica. And so she actually got a ticket to go to Jamaica, called and they gave her one. To make a long story short, that started a trend. So we went to Jamaica, we went to Hawaii that year. She went to Dubai for $89 and so forth and so on. But her friends was trying to figure out, because when she came out of COVID, she had almost 6,000 points. So her friends was trying to figure out how. And so what I want to just say to people is that you want to make sure that people are watching you. They're watching what you're doing. And that's exactly what happened to Catherine. She happened to be in a good spot in my business. And so when her first 2 people, I actually signed up because she didn't even want to sign up anybody. So I'm saying that to say that, you never know who's watching you. You never know what's going to happen. You just never know. And Catherine is a great example. We have a couple of more people who are coming forth that you're going to be wondering, well, where did they come from? These are people who've been sitting in this business, but we have made a decision to work and have a builders group. And we made a decision to work with the people who want to work. And that was kind of quiet and sitting back and just laying back with all of this volume in their back office. You need to check your volume. You need to check the position that you're in. And Catherine did, and we got to work, and the rest is history. So here we are. We have Pastor Mel that became a 3-star. Catherine became a 2-star. And we had a couple of 1-stars, but that's just the beginning for us, because we definitely want you to understand that you got to do the work. And especially if you know you've been in a great spot. So for 2 years, she said, and she did absolutely nothing. But now all of her friends is joining. She got some very powerful friends who have come along and alongside of her and have joined this business. So I would just encourage every partner out there to get started.
You know what's remarkable, Deborah, it'd be fun to do is to pull up that picture of Montego Bay, of that world tour where a lot of, Team Legacy all went to that resort because you guys did all the birthdays, because your birthday, Catherine's birthday, Pastor Mel, all the birthdays were there in a row, right? Thomas Flowers, everybody. But it'd be fun to look at that picture back then. Here's where we were then, and where are they now? And think of how much leadership and how many 1-stars and 2-stars and now 3-stars, right? With Pastor Mel and Dr. Phyllis. How many people were at that event that are now out succeeding? Now they might've gone to other world tours too, but that was a catalyst moment. That's what we're trying to tell people with New Orleans. When you plug in, imagine if you did make the trip to Montego Bay, you might be sitting back thinking, I could be a 3-star now if I'd have gone to Montego Bay. So, some of you, because it has that kind of an impact on you, your emotion, it kind of gets that ball rolling. And so it'd be fun to look at that picture and see how many people have rank advanced since then.
I think mostly all of the leaders that have all rank advanced, including myself. Because when I went there, I was a 3-star or 4-star or something. So, we've all advanced. And I was always taught, and I was one of the ones who slept on the floor in the hotel room with a bunch of women. I was always taught you never miss an event that you're qualified for. So I'm going to all 3 of them. I'm going to be in New Orleans, I'm going to be in Paris, and I'm going to be in Mexico. As a matter of fact, I'm taking my children to Mexico with me, because you never miss an event that you qualify for, because it always ignites you to do what you need to do, and you always connect with people. One thing that encouraged Catherine was the company and how they embraced her, and how open they were in meeting her needs, especially when she wanted to go on that world tour at the last minute and it was closed. But somebody opened it up, and she was able to go and celebrate her birthday along with the rest of the 62 of us. Yeah. And so that's the compassion of this company that helped her to stick and stay. And to do those 5 vacations right in a row. She did Hawaii, she did Dubai, she did Atlantic City, she did Mexico that year. So we did 5 straight vacations. 2 she did without me, and 3 we did together. But because of the compassion of the company and understanding, she stuck, she stayed, and now she's a 2-star director.
Well, she's also a great example, because I know you're going to train on belief in New Orleans, and obviously her conviction level, her belief went through the roof, right? Because she became a product of the product. So when someone says, "Oh, that doesn't work," what are you, nuts? I've been to Montego Bay, I've been to Hawaii, I've been to Dubai. So again, obviously, she's just a great example for what you're going to be training on in New Orleans, what can help everybody. Yeah, I want to bring in the great Daryl and Maria Roberts. Want to get them on here real quick. For those of you who don't know, they just unveiled a video, absolutely incredible, 3 minutes long. It kind of took that video from NBC investigative reports, and then they built a video around that. And so they kind of start off, and you see the NBC clip. Then you hear Maria, kind of come back. They start doing their price, our price, their price, our price. Unbelievable, incredible. I think a lot of you seen it. If not, we will be showing it throughout the week here on the Zoom presentations. But Daryl, what a night tonight, right? Mr. David Hart had I mean, you could spend a few hours talking about each of the things, but some of your thoughts, my friend.
Man, I'm just excited, blown away. Dave, you're training now every week. You seem to be giving golden nuggets. And the one thing I love about Dave is, like, I think I like about me and Todd and other leaders, is that we're saying the same thing. He's saying the same thing every week, which means that, sometimes we hear different things and it goes in and comes out. But as he continues to say that, it's going to resonate. You're going to show up every Sunday, every Monday, and every Saturday. You're going to show up with your team every Monday and Saturday. So I like how you did that, Dave. It was just awesome. We didn't have to do anything else after you spoke today with all the announcements, the upgrades, the new sites that are coming. Just phenomenal. That's all I can say is, Todd, it's phenomenal. There's over 3,000 people that have actually seen that video so far. Again, it seems to be resonating with a lot of people, and I'm just excited about it, Dave. I'm excited about the videos that you guys are working on. I know there was another video, but now with the new site, you have to wait for that video to do the back office. I mean, just so many things going through our mind. But if you haven't figured out, ladies and gentlemen, that you're in the right place at the right time, something is wrong. Dave has got his stuff together, and we are so happy that we said yes, back in the day, and decided to grow with the company through the ups and the downs to stick and stay. And we are so happy that we've done that, because Dave, we're doing amazing right now.
I'm excited you said yes too. It's a mutual street back and forth. Thanks for saying yes. Thanks for saying, okay, let's build it. I still remember coming out to Vegas and seeing you guys.
Dave, why, I don't know if I should say it, he took us out and did some things, and it was great. And the timing for a minute just wasn't right. But again, Dave did what he teaches you guys. Follow up is key. And we talk about it every week with Danny and now with Catherine, and, just stay dripping on it, because people are going to see some of your videos, and they're going to see some of your, the pricing that Dave has put together and the company's put together. They're looking at it, but they may not react to it to 6 months. But if you are quitting in 3 months, then you didn't even stay long enough for that person that needed you to be here. And they say, okay, well, that person wasn't serious. But there's people that are looking at you, that are posting these amazing deals the company puts out right now, and won't call out to you for 6 months, maybe won't call out to you for a year. But if you consistently do that, your life is going to change. But Dave, I'm excited. The site looks fabulous, man. Those places look unbelievable. And we just can't wait to go and be a part of those.
Gerald, I once heard a mentor say that, the definition of a perfect company is a company who, one, pays you on time, every time, and a company who keeps getting a little bit better every time you turn around. Every time you turn around, they just keep making things a little bit better. We got more tools, more product, more inventory, better sites, promotions, rank advancements, more credibility. I mean, so, and everyone here's gotten paid every Friday on time, every time, as the company's done for the past 9 years. So been an incredible Zoom tonight. Mr. David Hart, any final thoughts before we close it out?
Thank you, David.
You're welcome, Daryl. Todd, I'll leave it to you for final thoughts.
All right. Well, thank you, Mr. David. Thank you, Miss Adele. I see you there in the background from a moment ago. John, Jacob, the whole family's there. But hey, anyway, for everyone out there tonight, it's been incredible. Again, we got huge announcements. The next biggest thing you can do to build your business is to be in New Orleans, right? And so understand that New Orleans is 2.5 weeks away. Well, what can I do between now and New Orleans? How many people can I call? How many videos can I send out? Who can I have on the Zoom presentation tomorrow night? Be here live, 6 o'clock California time, right? 9 o'clock East Coast time. Who can I have on the Thursday night presentation? How can I get my whole team on the Saturday presentation? How do I get my entire team on the fireside chat this upcoming Sunday with Pastor Mel and Deborah Taylor? How do I make sure that, man, I got the call packed on the Zoom live next Monday night? I mean, you're building from one event to the next, which leads into the bigger event, which is New Orleans. Again, you can world tours at Trevorium.com. We're going to check into making sure that we got it up in the back office. You can buy tickets, but hey, you need to get to the event, bring people to the event. As you heard from Deborah Taylor, as you heard from Catherine Brown, these little things can absolutely change your life. So with that, we'll see you guys tomorrow night. Until then, God bless. Good night, everybody.